We are watching the clock on this third day of a government shutdown.
We're hearing from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, and they are making all kinds of claims about the shutdown. We're getting a closer look at exactly what they're saying. Lou Jacobson joins us from PolitiFact. Lou, thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, and Lou, let's start with House Speaker Mike Johnson saying the Women, Infant, and Children program, that's the nutrition program for young kids, he's saying that will not be funded. Is that true?
So for this one, it depends. Basically, women and children in the program are still expected to get services, at least to start, but a lot does depend on how long the shutdown lasts. The Agriculture Department shutdown plan said the program, which serves lower income families and serves about a total of 6.9 million people, will continue to operate subject to the availability of funding. And what outside experts told us is that they expect WIC to be able to continue for at least 1 week. Beyond that, coverage will really vary state by state. During a shutdown, state WIC programs can temporarily fill the funding gap through through the use of state funds or through early rebate payments from their suppliers.
All right, Lou, we want to get to another question now. A liberal podcaster, Daniel Coe, said if the government shuts down, members of Congress still get paid. The janitors never get paid. How does that work?
So we gave this a mostly true. It's true that members of the House and Senate always get paid during a shutdown. A federal law passed a couple of years ago says that federal employees who are furloughed get their back pay, as well as those who stay on the job during the shutdown. They all get their back pay guaranteed. But that law does not extend to contractors, and that's the group that includes a lot of janitors. Some of the private employers who have federal contracts may find ways to pay their employees, but there's nothing in federal law that guarantees it.
And one last question for you today, Lou. Speaker Johnson said, quote, FEMA won't be funded during the hurricane season because of the shutdown. How accurate is that?
That's also sort of a mixed bag. Johnson is correct that Congress has not passed FEMA funding, but the shutdown plan for the Department of Homeland Security, which is the parent agency of FEMA, says that about 84% of FEMA employees will continue working. The agency's recovery efforts are most at risk during a shutdown, if there's a need for that, because they depend on the total amount of money left in the disaster relief fund, a fund that often runs low around this time of year. At the end of August, the fund had about $2.3 billion in it, which is actually considered low.
Lou Jacobson joining us from PolitiFact.
Lou, thank you.
Thank you.